Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. So we have another high-powered dual motor electric scooter on the channel. This is the JGH X5 Ultra. Really cool color scheme with that really vibrant orange. Definitely loving that. Before we get into it, please like this video if it helps you out. Ring that notification bell for future notifications of our videos, and also consider subscribing to the channel. Also, any discount codes or links for this scooter will be included in the description below. It helps you save some money, and it also helps out the channel keep putting content out like this. All right, so this scooter comes in at just $9.99 on JGH's website. So we'll leave the link in the description below. And this weighs just 72 pounds. So pretty lightweight for the power that this thing is pushing. It also can handle riders up to 330 pounds. And you can tell this thing is really well built, especially to handle the power that this thing is pushing out. It is a folding scooter, and we'll show you how to fold that in just a second. So this scooter has a top speed of 45 miles per hour. And the power behind this is dual 1600 watt motors. Now the battery that's housed in here is a 52 volt, 20.8 amp hour battery. And they tell me that this thing should get up to 40 miles of range on a single charge. Do have some really nice side lighting here, as well as turn signals, front and rear. The deck is really nice and sticky and grippy for your feet. You get this nice platform for your rear foot, which also has some rubber here to keep your foot in place so it's not sliding around. I absolutely love this. Now, as far as hill climbing goes, they say you should be able to climb 35-degree slopes, and we'll put that to the test on our large hill in the area and see how this thing does. Now, as far as the tires go, you get 10-inch pneumatic tires on here. Now, you also have these hard fenders, both front and rear, to protect the scooter and the rider from any dirt that may fling up while riding. Now, as far as the brakes go, you do get mechanical disc brakes on here, which is kind of disappointing. But for the price point of under $1,000, I could see where they tried to save some costs. But it does also feature EABS, so electronic braking, which should help with the braking on here. And of course, we'll put it to the test and see how well this thing stops. You also get front and rear spring suspension. As far as lighting goes, you get a 4-bulb front headlight, which is really bright, and this is adjustable. You can adjust it up and down to your liking. And like we said before, you have front and rear turn signals that are housed in here, along with some side lighting, which is really neat, that will help you stay visible while you're out on the road. Again, your rear turn signals along with your brake and tail light. Now we're going to show you how to fold the JGH X5 Ultra. What you want to do is you want to turn this knob here, and this will release your stem. You don't want to turn this too much because this will come out. Now, the one thing I don't like about this scooter is it does not have a lock where you can lock it into place, so you can use this as a handle. So you kind of got to pick up the scooter like this. So that's one negative of the scooter. Would love to see something that locks into place. That's on the stem here, where you can pick this thing up and use the stem as a handle. We'll do this in reverse. Just want to turn this, make sure it's nice and tight. Okay, that shouldn't go anywhere. Now, standing over the scooter, we'll go over the controls and also the handlebars, starting from the left side, going all the way over to the right. You have your left brake lever here, your left grip. These are not locking, but these are on here pretty well. They are not moving at all, even with my gloves on. You have your headlight button here, on and off. Your left and right turn signals, along with your horn. Here is your display with your buttons and also your NFC scan spot on your screen for your NFC tags, which are right here. This could be turned on within the scooter. Right out of the box, this is not turned on. You don't have to use the tags, but you can turn that on if you wish. On the right-hand side, you have your right brake lever along with a half twist throttle. We'll see how this does while we're out riding. This is the first twist throttle we've had on a scooter on the channel, so we'll see how we like that. Stem seems to not move much, pretty firm in there, so that is good news. So what we'll do is we'll power on the scooter and show you the display and also some of the controls. So we'll hold down the power button here. All right, so we'll turn on the headlight there. Really bright headlight. Like we said, you can adjust it to your liking. Your left turn signal along with your right turn signal. Unfortunately, there are no indicators on the screen letting you know the turn signal is on, but those are pretty bright down there to be able to see when your turn signals are on. The horn is pretty loud. Again, a synthetic horn, not a real horn. And there is your twist throttle. Now on the display, you have your modes here, which you can switch by hitting this button number 2. So Eco Pro, Comfort, and then Sport is your highest. The M3 button will change your readings here, your tripometer, your voltmeter, so 57.7 volts. So really cool to see that on here. Your amps, also your time on the scooter, and then odometer, and back to tripometer. In the center here, you have your speedometer in miles per hour. You have your gear here, along with your power meter. I believe this is your battery bar, so high and low. Now, as far as switching which motors are activated, again, this is a dual motor scooter. So currently we have the front and back motors activated right now. So you can see these are lit up. If you hit the 4 button, front goes away, and now we're only in back motor mode. Hit it again. Now we're in only front motor, and hit it once more, and we're back to dual motor front and back motors. So really easy to change which motors you're engaging. Now the 5 button will change your gear. You can go all the way up to 3 and back down to 1. So of course, we're going to test it out in gear 3 in front and rear motor mode. So really nice display, and we'll see how this does while we're out riding and see how easy it is to see in the glare in the sun. I love the fact that they give you 3 NFC tags, and I believe this is some significance with the blue and the white cards. Maybe this one puts it into more high performance mode. If you know what the different colors do, let us know in the comment section below, or we can leave it in the description once we figure out what these do. As far as the other lighting goes, like we said, you get the side lighting there, which is very bright. Your front LED 4 bulb headlight, which is also very bright, along with your rear tail and brake light, which does get brighter and blink when you squeeze the brake. All right, guys, so there is a JGH X5 Ultra high performance dual motor scooter. If you guys have any questions about the specs and features we went over, let us know in the comment section below. We get back to everybody. All right, so let's get on the road and see how it performs. All right, so we're on the JGH X5 Ultra. Right off the bat, super powerful. Not sure how I feel yet about that twist throttle. A little bit jumpy. I'm gonna do a brake test at the storm drain here. So not as good as I'd like on one of these scooters. We have the mechanical disc brakes, and I would definitely love to see hydraulic disc brakes on here, just because of the fact that the scooter is going so fast. Hydraulic disc brakes would definitely help stop the scooter a lot better. Really had to squeeze these things down in order to stop. We're gonna do a top speed test here. Advertised top speed is 45 miles per hour. Let's see what we get. 260 pounds. All right, so I did see 43 miles per hour per second there. Yeah, this is really jumpy. Not sure if I like that or not. You know, obviously, if you want to tone down the power, I would maybe go down a gear or even just use one motor. But that is really jumpy with that twist throttle. And again, this is the first time we've had a twist throttle scooter on the channel. I think I would much rather prefer a thumb throttle on this. And I wonder if we can switch it from this twist throttle. Be very gentle. Throttle response is really quick. That's why I think it's so jumpy. So that is good. One thing I'm noticing is this scooter gets kind of unstable at higher top speeds, which is kind of a bummer. It's not like the stem is unstable, because this is not moving, but I believe you can also install one of those steering dampers that should help with that. But suspension is actually really nice on here. I'm actually digging the suspension. And I love the fact that we have rubber on that platform in the back for our foot, because our foot is not moving at all. So yeah, if you notice, like if I move just a little bit on the scooter, this thing is kind of going crazy. And yeah, I just saw one of the biggest downsides to the twist throttle is I had the brake on and I was kind of still holding the throttle and I got a little jolt. So well, if JGH, if you're listening, if you're watching this video, I would consider switching this thing to a thumb throttle. You have a fantastic scooter here with a lot of power, but I just think as far as safety wise and being comfortable overall on the scooter, I think a thumb throttle would be much better than this half twist throttle. As far as the screen goes, this is very easy to read, even in the sun. Now we do have turn signals, but no indicator on the screen. I'd love to see at least an indicator letting you know that your turn signals are on. Now in the daytime, it's a little harder to see. Actually, you can't see it at all that your turn signal is on. I'm sure at night you'd be able to see that just fine, but the indicator would be ideal. Now, as far as like tossing this scooter around, like we said, it's a little bit unstable at higher speeds, so you can't really toss it around too much like I'd like to be able to. Well, it's not as nimble as some of the other scooters we tested, but not bad. I mean, again, this is under $1,000, so this is a fantastic offering at that price point, and the frame is really robust to handle that power this thing is putting out. Okay. All right. This is doing fantastic in this trail. And we absolutely love these dual motor high performance scooters. They've come a long way. Well, the competition drives innovation, which is excellent for consumers. Guys, check this out, man. I mean, that was no easy climb, and this had no issues whatsoever. Guys, performance-wise, this thing is amazing. I mean, 52 volts too. We did lose a battery bar. That could be sagged. And I wonder if you can adjust the EABS, because it doesn't seem that powerful, if it's even on here at all. Now, I kind of wish we had a little bit more room on this scooter as far as like being back more and the bars being a little higher. That would make this thing a little bit more comfortable. But as far as like top speed, if you hold still, this thing is pretty stable. But once you kind of move, you start moving a little bit. I'm not sure if you saw that, but you start moving a tiny bit, this thing starts wobbling. So just keep that in mind. Oh man, yeah. Okay, so that is absolutely a downfall to one of these scooters. I do not like these twist throttles. I'm not sure if you just saw, but I almost lost it. I almost took a digger on this scooter. You gotta make sure that you are fully off that throttle, which I don't like because I don't really move my hands much normally on a scooter. Like when it has a thumb throttle, all you have to do is worry about taking your thumb off. This, you're like holding the whole grip, so you know sometimes the throttle doesn't go all the way back, and saw what almost happened. I mean, this thing just shot out from underneath me. So keep that in mind, guys. And again, if you're not comfortable with the power on here, you can always switch it to a one motor mode. I recommend the rear if you're going to do one motor, because the front will just spin out from underneath you. And yeah, we just gained that battery bar back, so it was definitely some sag we were having, which is normal for these high performance scooters, especially with a 260-pound human on it. All right, so we're going to do a hill climb test with the JGH X5 Ultra, and they claim this thing should have no issues climbing a 35-degree slope. This is a pretty big hill, and we'll see how this thing does. Yeah, so twist throttle, please give me a thumb throttle here. Okay, going 22, 23, 24, 25, 24, So really great performance climbing that hill. So yeah, if you have big hills in the area you're in, you should have no issues climbing that. All right, so there we have it. So there is the JGH X5 Ultra. Guys, a pretty decent performing scooter. As far as like the power and stuff, this thing puts out a lot of juice, especially with those dual motors at 1600 watts a piece. At 52 volts, this thing performed very well. Climbed that hill without any issues. That orange just pops. Really structurally sound as far as the frame goes. You know, reaching speeds up to 45 miles per hour. Get a nice large deck here with some good rubber to keep you on the deck. And also love this rubber here on this platform for our rear foot, which is also metal. Now, as far as the stability goes, I felt wobbly. Once I got up to like around like 25, 30 miles an hour, it started to wobble if I made any slight movements. And it's a lot more wobble than most of the scooters we test on the channel. So keep that in mind. You have dual charging ports here for faster charging, which is nice. You get the lighting, the side lighting here, along with a rear brake and tail light. Your turn signals there, along with your 4 LED bulb headlight. You got these nice solid fenders, and that front and rear spring suspension did a fantastic job of taking the bumps, especially on a trail. This is one thing we'd like them to improve on the scooter. Get rid of these mechanical disc brakes, put hydraulic disc brakes on here. Your customers will thank you, and the scooter will be a lot safer. I'm not sure if this thing has EABS, but hopefully you can adjust it to turn it up if it does have it, because we weren't noticing really any more stopping power than just these mechanical disc brakes. So if you know about that, let us know in the comment section below how to adjust that. Again, the stem is really solid here. No wobble, no movements. Definitely feels safe. Would love to see a hook here, so you can hook into here so you can use this as a handle. It's really awkward to carry this thing, but at 72 pounds, if it did lock in place, should be really easy to carry around. Really simple controls. They do feel a little cheap. And again, do not like this twist throttle. I feel this is really unsafe. It's hard to get this throttle back to 0 when you come to a stop because your hand's not really moving that much. And you saw I almost ate it there a couple times because this was not at 0 again. So would love to see a thumb throttle on this specific scooter. Controls are really easy to use. They all serve their purpose. We showed you how to use all this. So guys, there is the JGH X5 Ultra. There's definitely some things we'd like to see improved on here. But for the most part, for a sub $1,000 scooter, high performance, 45 miles per hour, dual motors, I think it's a fantastic value. If you guys have any questions about the scooter, please let us know in the comment section below. We'll get back to everybody. But guys, we appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in. Until next time, peace out.